Let me show you what Ringo has secretly been doing while I was drawing plants.
That, friends, is a cucumber. And it is the reason why this week we are shaking a leg with the garden. Before we get into it, I'm Therese, this is Ringu, and these are our 4 babies. We're setting up a homestead in rural Mozambique. Last week you left us planning, and this week you'll find us planting. Ringu is going to install our first garden beds, we're going to harvest some cashews, and we're going to go and see some whales. Welcome to our Inside Out lifestyle. Remember that meadow of flowers Ringo wanted? Well, let's go check in on him. So clearly he's finished planting his border and he's started cleaning up the space. Here is the entrance. And that's going to lead a little pathway all the way to his front door, which currently is marked by one plant. Ringo is now placing all of his flowers that I've taken out for him, and he's cleaned up all of the weeds that I didn't get to finish. But let me show you what else is going on here in this black bucket that looks like nothing. It's actually some of the cashew harvest from today. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's not much. It's the truth. It's not much. Because cashew harvests are a lot of work. Let me just tell you something. If you like cashews, if you buy cashews, appreciate every single one. Anyway, here you can see clearly he's done a good job of the tidy up thing. Cashews are extremely difficult. Like, first you've got to obviously you got to pull them off the tree, but then you've got to dry them, and then you've got to roast them, and then you've got to peel them. Yeah, it's a big job. Anyway, so if you are somebody who eats raw cashews, please just know that some person had to go through a lot of labor to give you that cashew. Okay, that perfect cashew. Never mind my finger in this video. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I unfortunately am allergic to cashews, but we did send a rather large batch of it to my dad. Beautiful, hey? Flowers, so pretty. Fruit, cashew fruit. Yeah, okay. So let's go get back to my work. Which is to plant the border for the kitchen garden. If you remember, last week I said I need to do this. I want to make a border around my kitchen garden. I now have the plants that I need for that. I'm going to place them and plant them. all done. There's my rectangle where my boxes are going to go for my kitchen garden. You can clearly see that it's a marked area now. And I've left here, if you follow my line, there's an entrance over there where we will come into the kitchen garden. So I finished that back row and this row on the left hand side, and I'm very chuffed with myself. All done. Okay, let's just take a moment for the seed pod and keep it in our memories. Okay, I'm super happy with our progress. I feel like we deserve a break. Let's go and see some whales. Whilst I'd love to be that person who's able to film whales very far offshore with some really amazing camera equipment, I'm not. So you are not going to be seeing Discovery Channel level whales. You're going to be seeing some beautiful ocean scenery. But I'm going to take this opportunity to introduce you to Gina. Gina is my neighbor. She's Rungu's little sister. And she's my constant companion. You're going to be seeing a lot of her because she's always around, busy helping with projects and getting involved in the homestead. Introducing Gina. So you all remember these seed packets that were lying next to me when I was busy planning the garden. I got these from my wonderful mother when she came to visit me a couple months ago. And I'm happy to announce that that's the reason why we can start our first seed trays. And so while we're planting our first seedlings, I'm also going to tell you about how we're going to be running our kitchen garden. We live remotely and I want to be able to have a constant supply of food. So for that reason, I needed to plan properly. Like, I cannot be buying seeds every month to replant beetroot. Like, just delivery costs alone is going to be insane. So we needed to find a way that we can have a full circle, a closed loop system in our garden of sow the seed and then collect the seed again and replant the seed from the plant that you just ate. That took a lot of research and it took a lot of planning because plants have different life cycles. But the other thing that became really apparent was that we're going to have to use this no-dig method, which basically means that you don't dig up plants out of the soil and damage the microbiome, disturb the microbiome in your soil. And that means that it encourages you to just harvest what you need. So you're just breaking off leaves as you go. So like if you think about a lettuce, like you're not going to pull out the whole lettuce plant. You're just going to break off the pieces that you want and eat that today. And tomorrow you come back again and you harvest again. The other thing I had to think about was a trellis because we do have this cucumber that Rungu surprisingly is accidentally sprouted, and we don't really have this kind of beautiful trellises that you would see on things like Pinterest. You have to DIY something here, and we don't even have the proper materials to do something that's properly spaced like this one that you're seeing now. So we had to make another plan. I bought the materials, I gave it to Rungu, I explained what I was thinking, and I left it with him and I went to work. And when I came home, this is what I found. Rungu had taken the cucumber which turns out was actually 2 cucumber plants that he had gotten to grow in the grow bag and transferred them into the already built boxes as well as the erected trellis. So you can see here that this is not your standard trellis size, but anyways, it's gonna work. It's gonna work. Look how happy this cucumber is. It even has a baby cucumber. I'm so freaking thrilled. Before I close off this video, I want to just bring something up here. Those of you who remember Pastel from season 1, he, as you would have known if you've been following the journey, has left with his little wifey, like his little family. They've gone and made their own little family. But where he used to eat, he dropped like a bunch of seeds and things. And this sunflower grew from his feed. And it's such a lovely little reminder of Pastel's time with us, you know, and just how cool it is, like how nature cycles and moves and nothing is stagnant and everything is ever changing and wonderful. Thank you all for joining us and see you next Sunday.